This program is dedicated to the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces, past, present, and future. I'm Keith Warren. I'm a hunter.
Talk about dumping him on his butt.
A fisherman.
Wow! Shark fishing with a topwater.
A conservationist.
Don't be bashful. Come on out.
A family man.
Woo, baby.
And I'm proud to be a deer farmer. I'm taking a road trip, and we're going behind the scenes of today's most innovative deer farmers and wildlife management operations in North America. This is Deer and Wildlife Stories.
It's the third week of July, and I'm in Ohio, out of Logan, Ohio. 2 years ago, I was at this very same place, standing in front of those very gates right there, and I said, it's like standing at the entrance of Fort Knox for deer farming. And at the time, I saw, well, the biggest deer I'd ever seen on a deer farm. And you know, sometimes you think, how can good things get better? Well, here in Logan, Ohio, after 2 years, somehow, good things have gotten a whole lot better. And we're gonna show you that on today's show. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Before I introduce you to Billy Sage, what I want you to do is take a look at this buck. His name is Sundowner. He's absolutely giant, big old drop tine on him. We're gonna show you what Sundowner looks like this year, but this is when he's not even full grown, so he's a monster. Get on the Facebook page, let me know what you think he scores. And if you get closest, I'm gonna send you a DVD from S&S Whitetails. It's got Energizer on the front of it. He's way over 500 inches. We're gonna show you what Energizer looks like this year. I'll send you some cool stuff, so get on my Facebook page and let me know what you think Sundowner scores.
Yeah, my name is Billy Sage. We're located in Logan, Ohio, S&S Whitetail galore. Well, we've been deer farming approximately 18 years now. Just started as a hobby. Turned out to be a wonderful thing. We turned it into a wonderful business, and we really enjoy it.
Billy and I have been married almost 30 years now, and 18 of those years we have been raising deer. Started raising deer in Florida, in North Florida, and needed a farm in the north. And we like the state of Ohio. We like the rules and regulations here in Ohio, and bought this farm and started here.
When you come to Billy and Mitzi's, you're gonna wind up coming to this room and you're gonna see some of the most legendary bucks that have ever been walking on this planet. This is incredible.
I think the thing we enjoy the most, or myself, is the big bucks. The end result, they all look different. My wife, now, she likes the girls. She likes the babies, she likes the fawns. But me, I like the big bucks and the end result.
Being a deer farmer is a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun being able to be out here and feeding the does.
I say call it build a buck. If you need width, then you use a buck that's got width. You need tine length, use a buck that's got tine length. The females, we built this program around the females. We concentrate on the females. If we have the females, we're going to get the bucks, no doubt about it. We have some of our females actually up to 14 years of age, 13, 14 years old, and they just keep producing and keep producing. Seems like some of the younger females just can't knock them off their throne. So we're a believer that the females, again, are more important than the bucks. We just feel like if we have the great, great females, the bucks are going to come. Every boy has a mama, and that's just the way we base our program. I'm Billy Sage.
And I'm Mitzi Sage, and we're S&S Whitetail Galore, Logan, Ohio, and you're watching Deer and Wildlife Stories.
If you like the way our show looks on your television set, you're gonna absolutely love it when you see it in full HD online. And you can watch it on my website 24/7 free of charge at keithwarren.net. Take a look and you'll see what I'm talking about. Look like y'all got a good job. Oh, you're not eating these. Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm having a snack.
Listen, I don't mind you having a job around here. I pay you a little something. But these girls are shelling these peanuts for my bottle babies, my future super does, and you can't be eating my darn roasted peanuts, man. Come on.
All right, show me some of those little ball babies.
Oh yeah, come on.
Come here, baby. If y'all wanna get your wives to support you in getting into deer farming, I got a little piece of advice for you. The best time to come out to a deer farm is during the summer. It's the 3rd week of July right now. Come out the end of July to August. The bucks will be very impressive, but what's gonna sell mama on getting into a deer farm is coming out here to look at the babies. They're absolutely wonderful. They're fun to be around, and I tell people, I said, I don't know of anybody who doesn't like a baby deer. And I guess if there was a person that didn't like a baby deer, I can promise you I probably wouldn't like them. But if you're interested in getting into deer farming, bring your wife out when the fawn's on the ground and she'll fall in love with them. Look at this, yeah. Look at you. That is just so unbelievable cool. When you can grow a yearling buck like this, you know this is going to be this is going to be a legend. This is just so cool. Now you'll notice that some of these deer around here, they've got tag number 37 in the ear. That's no accident, is it?
No, anything out of blue 37 has a 37 in the ear. Basically, that's a signature of, well, one of our super does, blue 37.
Yeah, look at that. That deer is walking funny right there. What's the deal with that?
Well, 2 years ago, the day after Thanksgiving, she broke her neck. We carried her up to Ohio State University, had MRIs done. We had her in the barn for 10 months, rehabilitating her in a sling, and she came out actually in September. Believe it or not, she bred in November. She gave us 2 beautiful doe fawns this year.
Wow.
Sometimes it's a labor of love, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, people say that she's lucky to have us. We say we're lucky to have her. She's brought a lot of joy to this farm. Yeah, she's our Forrest Gump.
If you're interested in becoming a deer farmer, we have a contest going on. It's called Win a Deer Farm. And all you gotta do is go to winadeerfarm.com, find out more information. It's free, just register. And who knows, one of these days you may be a deer farmer.
That's right. One of these girls might be in your pen.
There you go. You see this right here? This is the most rare sight now out here on Billy's farm. It's a fly. Now that they put the Deer Guardian system up, that right there is a rare thing to see out here. I mean, they used to have flies. This part of Ohio, for whatever reason, has got a lot of flies, but not here. This Deer Guardian system, we've got it all around the pens. And I promise you, it's really eliminating the flies, all except for that one.
Yeah, insects are a constant battle. Thanks to this system right here, seems like we have the edge right now. Anything we can do to make it better, we're gonna do it.
Luckiest deer in the world, 3 things. This right here is a misting system nozzle, okay? Misting system eliminates insects, which is gonna reduce stress on the deer. Reduce stress on a deer is gonna make you have a healthier deer. You got an electric fan right here. It's nice and cool underneath it. It's gonna reduce the stress on deer. That's the second thing. And the third thing, fresh water, right here. Every one of the deer got plenty of fresh water. And we have found out that the more water you can put in a deer, the healthier your deer's gonna be.
It's time for viewer feedback, brought to you by winadeerfarm.com, presented by High Roller Whitetails.
Jason is from Wisconsin. He says, I'm a new deer farmer thanks to you. When I first started watching your deer farming show, it infuriated me about the thought of raising deer. Then I decided to visit a deer farm, and I'm a changed man. Thanks for sharing your love of deer with me and my family. God bless you and the whitetail deer. Sincerely, Jason. Jason, thanks for writing. And you know what, folks? He's right. The whitetail deer will make you a changed person. They're the most incredible animals, and most of the people that I know that are deer farmers didn't get into deer farming for the money, although you can make money at it. They got into deer farming because of the love of the deer, period. It's something that it's hard to explain, so I encourage you to visit a deer farm, and I think you'll find out what Jason's talking about. We have a contest going on this year, a great sweepstakes where we're going to be giving away a deer farm, and if you're interested, it's free of charge. Just log on to winadeerfarm.com to find out more information, and Jason, thank you very much for that email. What you're about to see could be perhaps the biggest deer that's ever lived on this planet. His name is Energizer.
Deer and Wildlife Stories is brought to you in part by the American Deer and Wildlife Alliance, Deer Guardian Misting Systems, DNA Solutions, and the North American Deer Registry, Four Canyons Ranch, Hoff Power Polaris, the Hunter Heritage Foundation, and Record Rack Deer Feeds.
All right, now we're gonna go see some big old bucks, showing up big bucks.
So what's that?
This is our inventory board. On each pen we have one, and this one's special. This is the Home Energizer, one of the biggest bucks in the world.
Yeah, let's go take a look at him. You got any arm guards on him?
Oh no.
Yeah, right.
He can take care of himself.
All right, let's go see. This is a buck named Energizer right here at S&S Whitetail Galore in Ohio. Take a look at his rack when he was 2. All right, very, very impressive. I don't know what he scored and who cares. He's a beautiful deer. Now, I want you to take a look at him when he was 3. You'll notice it's very, very similar, just a little bit bigger. I mean, he's a great looking deer. Now let's take a look at Energizer as he's carrying his 4th year rack. Look at that. My goodness. You know, you see pictures of him, and pictures just don't do him justice. I hope video does. He's just got it everywhere. Look at that. Is that not magnificent or what? Oh my goodness gracious. That is huge. Look at the frame on him. He's just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, you'd have to have your whole family with you to count the points on him. You'd need everybody's fingers and toes. You know, a lot of people wind up getting on our internet site and they just talk smack. They think these deer like this are shot up full of hormones and steroids and everything. That couldn't be any further from truth, huh?
Well, I don't know. There's some truth to it. I mean, we do shoot them up on corn, soybeans, oats, you know, sunflower seeds. I mean, not to the extent that, you know, free-ranging deer get. I mean, they can get it 24 hours a day. You know, we have them, you know, pretty much on a diet, and we really can't afford to feed them as much as free-ranging deer get, you know.
You know, free-ranging deer can eat 24/7.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, all across the Midwest. I mean, cornfields, you know, as far as I can see, soybeans, oats.
Yeah, so those deer ought to be big too, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Except they're shooting them when they're little guys.
That's right.
I mean, they're shooting these big guys when they're little guys, and if they shoot
yeah,
the little guys out, they'll never grow up to be
absolutely.
giants like that.
Immature deer, shooting babies.
So how much do you think Energizer weighs?
Well, last year, October the 15th, when we had him in the scale house, he weighed 368. But I mean, he was only a 3-year-old last year, so I mean, gosh, he looks bigger to me this year. We'll see.
He is big enough. That's all that matters to me. He is big enough.
Yeah, as long as he's got 20 pounds of antlers, we don't care, or maybe 30.
He's got 20 pounds of antlers probably per side.
Yeah.
They say you got a great big yearling.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing. He's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, frame yearling in the industry ever.
Okay, so tell me about him.
Gosh, he's just huge. 13-inch tines, lots of them. He's out of a buck called Express out of Center, Texas, that High Roller Whitetails owns. Just 34-inch wide, absolute beautiful sire on sudden impact, on max bow, legends of the industry.
Let's go look at him.
Okay.
Look at that, and that is a yearling buck. He's huge. He's got it all. He's got spread, tine length. That. He's symmetrical. His beams are long. He's got lots of points. He's still got some growing to do. That deer right there is phenomenal. I look at some other deer in the pens right here, I'm going, you know, they're huge. And then I look at the big boy. That is a phenomenal buck. He has every single thing you'd want, every characteristic you'd want. He's symmetrical, he's tall, he's got beams, he's got lots of points. He's beautiful. And the best thing is he's only one. These are some kind of impressive deer, but show me some other ones, okay?
Let's go look at them. We got a few left.
Everybody knows who S&S Whitetail is because of big deer and because of big marketing. And then this year, these guys came out with the Boys in Black. Well, now they're two, and we're gonna go down and get a closer look and see what the Boys in Black have turned out to be.
It all boiled down to genetics. Good nutrition, good deer husbandry is very important, absolutely, but nothing beats genetics. If you don't have genetics, you're not going to grow a big buck. If you want a monster, you cross monsters with monsters and you get booger mans.
So who is this?
This is 8 Ball. Well, maybe the best bred boy in black. Hardcore on shadow on blue 37.
My goodness, look at him.
He's 29 inches inside.
Woo! And this is only a 2-year-old. And
Yeah.
if y'all want to contact Billy, get a hold of him on his Facebook page. I mean, y'all can, if y'all have any questions or comments or want to get a hold of 8 Ball, all you got to do is come out here. But contact Billy on his Facebook page. Look at this. Look at that. He's a pretty cool deer.
Deer and Wildlife Stories is brought to you in part by WinADeerFarm.com, presented by High Roller Whitetails, Game Management Software, the North American Deer Farmers Association, New Dart, and Keith Warren's Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, the best value for Texas trophy deer hunting.
None of this stuff means anything if we don't pay attention to what's in that circle. We've got to work hard, we've got to work smart, got to have a clean facility, keep our deer healthy, and customer satisfaction. If that circle's broken, then it means nothing.
You the man. That's good. He's the man. So who are these guys, Billy?
Oh, you got Sundowner in here.
Wait a minute. That Sundowner?
Yep, that's the big boy.
Goodness gracious.
Yep. At 8 years old, he's still amazing. And Premier, he's a 4-year-old. He's Maxpo's son. He's just totally amazing. Maxpo's production is, well, it's just off the charts.
Right. Wow. Well, look at him. And the ages on these go. Then from Sundowner, he's 8.
Yeah. And then we got a 3-year-old in there. We call him Big Hard. He's a big old frame joker. And then the rest of them are yearlings, and there's a couple 200-inch yearlings in there. One Sundowner yearling, he's probably 24 inches inside, be our widest yearling ever.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question about predictability. I know that the reason why we DNA and we do the breeding that we do is because we want to increase the predictability that we're going to grow a giant, a sure enough big deer. If you have a big yearling, odds are, yeah, he's going to grow into a really big deer. That's no guarantee, but I mean, odds are he could grow into a really big deer. But what happens, some of these really big deer come out of nothing, don't they? I mean, they may have 3 or 4 points as a baby, huh?
Absolutely. Here's the deal. If they're bred right, they always got a chance.
Right. If they're not bred right, I don't think.
They have no chance.
You know, you can feed them the best feed in the world, and they may be a little bit bigger than they would be normally, but you're not, if you're dealing with, you want to deal with superstar deer, I mean, you really want the A top of the line deer, you got to have the right genetics.
That's right. Whales on minnows make spinners. Whales on whales make whales.
Hear that? Words of wisdom from Billy Sage. Those bucks are absolutely beautiful. I mean, just to think, I mean, 200-inch yearlings, that's what's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
You know, 10 years ago, a 200-inch deer would have put somebody on the charts in the deer farming business.
Absolutely, and we'll have 4 this year that's, gosh, 180 to 200-inch mainframes. That's what's so totally amazing. I mean, that's a nice 2 or 3-year-old.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, and you're doing it at 1 because the blood, the genetics.
That's right.
You got it stacked up right. All right, so if somebody wants to come out here and take a look at your deer, give them your telephone number to call you.
740-569-4063, and give us a call.
All right, and you've got a website. What is that?
SSWhitetailGalore.com.
All right, if you're interested in deer farming, coming out here and taking a look at the deer, they're about an hour out of Columbus. I would recommend, if you're not a deer farmer and you want to come look, make sure and bring your wife, because most guys can't get in deer farming unless mama agrees with it. But bring her and come during the summertime when the fawns are on the ground. I think she'll absolutely fall in love with it. I think you'll fall in love with it. I think you'll really be amazed at deer farming as I mean, yeah, it's a great hobby, but it's a great way of life, isn't it?
Absolutely. Wouldn't have it any other way.
I mean, who would ever thought that you'd be doing this? You never thought it. I never thought I'd be doing this, and odds are you probably never think you could be doing it. But the first step is calling a deer farmer. You can get a hold of Billy, and get a hold of any deer farmer, and say, "Can I come look at your place?" And I think you'll fall in love with a deer.
Absolutely.
All right, it's time for me to get out of here. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you next week.
For more information on S&S Whitetail Galore, call Billy Sage at 740-569-4063 or visit sswhitetailgalore.com. Before you make your next Polaris purchase, you owe it to yourself to check out the #1 Polaris dealer in the country, Hoff Power Polaris. If you'd like to watch full episodes of our programs 24/7 online in full HD, log on to my website at keithwarren.net. There, you'll find the shows, but you'll also find a lot of outtakes and behind-the-scenes videos as well. That's keithwarren.net. Reproductive services for deer and wildlife stories are provided by Whitetail Genetics.